This is the Traveling Comedy Shit Show.
Boys and girls with your older siblings' ID, please put your hands together for the host of tonight's performing here, Sue
Hey guys, thank you so much for coming out tonight and braving the cold. Are you guys just freezing walking here? As you guys rock? Oh my god, it's so funny cold. I'm having my period a little bit and they were all just icicles. It stung a little bit, just a little bit. We've got a huge show tonight. You guys are going to be so stoked.
Do you think your period could have caused the rain?
It's the same thing with music reviews. You can only compare something to something else. Hey, have you guys heard of that band? It's called Fuckhead and the Motherfuckers. Yeah, they sounded like Kiss and the Carpenters got in a knife fight in a back alley. And then Elvis Costello tried to break it up. And they went for drinks to Jeff Buckley's house, but he wasn't home. So then they drove the shut to the levee with the Big Bopper and they made out to Radiohead and quoted Katy Perry. The thing with that joke is, Katy Perry actually has a song where she talks about making out to Radiohead. So in order to make that joke, I have to be a 32-year-old grown man who is unemployed and lives with my parents and knows Katy Perry lyrics. Yeah.
You want to hear what else my boob has to say? Yeah. Has other shit to say. A picture is worth 1,000 words. 1,000 words. Unless that picture is a picture of your mom in a strap-on fucking a goat. There's probably one, maybe 2 words for that picture.
Why would you do that? Why?
But being a part of a much larger group also means that the competition will be tougher. If you've been tops in your class before, it can be a jolt to discover that there are other people who are smarter, or more attractive, or more popular, or more skilled than you are.
I will take the mic out of the stand here, and I will also tell you about my dad. You want to hear about him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all know him?
No.
Oh well,
Yes,
he's just a beast of a man. I love him a lot. He taught me a lot. He made me chop wood when I was a kid because he said he'd put hair on my chest. He didn't tell me it was just going to be one long hair coming out of my right nip.
So speaking of Terry's dick, how you guys doing? Want to talk about funny tiny little things? It's serious. I don't like to make fun of all small dicks, just Terry's, and it's okay. It is. It's okay if you have a little tiny tool. It is. I can bring attachments. I can. I will. It'll save a lot of crying on both of our parts later. No, I mean it's okay. I'm not a size queen, really. It's like whatever. If you're talented at other things, it's okay if you have a tiny penis. Don't lie to me about it, though. Don't. I'm drunk, so I believe a lot of shit, and guys will say stupid shit, but don't do the false effort. Don't drop your magnum-sized condom on the ground if you can't hold a regular one on a twisty tie. Don't do that. That is false advertising. It's like me luring you back to my place and you see the box of Slender Fit tampons in the back of my toilet. Those were not mine. That's just rude, right?
I have a long, complicated story. I was born in Toronto, raised in Sydney from a very early age, so I've always held a Canadian passport. And I was getting my passport renewed recently, and it blew me away when I actually had a good look at the front of the passport, because it has every country's passport, that country's coat of arms on the front. And I realized that Canada's coat of arms makes absolutely no sense. It tells us nothing about the country, has nothing to do with Canada, so based on this, I did a little research, check out other countries' coat of arms. For the most part, they make sense. For example, America's coat of arms, on it, there's an eagle. He's got some kind of a shrubbery he's flying away with. Great, we all know America's animal's the eagle, that makes sense. Australia's coat of arms also makes sense. On one side, there's a kangaroo. This is my kangaroo guys. And on the other side, there's an emu. That also looks like Mick Jagger, apparently. Mick Jagger's a bird, that's what I'm trying to say. Mick Jagger is a bird. Right, that also makes sense. In Australia, we have both kangaroos and emus. Canada's coat of arms, not a word of a lie, I shit you not. On one side, there's a lion! You know, like the kind we have in Canada. And on the other side, folks, there's a unicorn. A mythical beast! The only thing that tells me about Canada is that there's a lot of weed there. Because if you want to smoke weed, you're going to go to the country with the mythological, winged, flying a horned horse on that country's coat of arms, the thing that represents the country best. Not to mention the African lion. And it's Canada's way of saying, hey, we have the reefer, up here. Come blaze, Japan, there's a fucking lion and a unicorn on her coat of arms.
Thank you.
Quickly before shit my boot has to say. Stick a fork in it, you're done. Is a great rule of thumb for newborns. Simple. Yet more humane than a meat thermometer. You can lead a horse to water, unless he has no legs. And you kind of have to drag him there. That's good enough.
Once you start some things you just can't stop, and drugs are like that too. You pick it up and it's hard to drop, and drugs are like that too. Like a baby going through a phase, and like a player playing in a daze. Yeah, yeah, you break a rule and you have to pay. It may not hurt, but then again it may. Drugs are like that too, you know. Drugs are like that too, I know, no. Drugs are like that too.
I never understood how you considered, like it wasn't, you weren't insulting me, you were just exposing something about your own psyche that was very dark. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh really? Because I think I must have sex with men? What the fuck is your internal dialogue telling you right now? What is it inside of your mind that makes you go, fuck you, man, for reading books and expanding your mind, and one day you're gonna realize that gender and sexuality are actually just human constructs that have been irrelevant for over 2,500 years, and you won't need to live up to your abusive father and play football, and I fucking hate football, and why do you have to do this, and why can't I just wear a sundress and feel pretty?
Squeaky, 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 squeaky.
All right, I'm letting you go. Never come back. You're your own dog now. Be your own self. Do your own thing.
Wait a second, villain guy. How could you just abandon a dog? You need to take him to the Humane Society or Old Dog Haven where he could find, like a family.
Okay.
Good. Ah! Wait a minute, get back here. Hump that Batmobile.
I don't want to hump it anymore.
Hump it, please, hump it.
My balls are dry. My balls are dry.
They look pretty wet to me, spittoon.
I'm gonna hump the Batmobile. I'm gonna hump the Batmobile.
My work here is done.
Bulls on parade! 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 Bulls on